Hey, good morning, guys. Welcome to the shop. My name is Gary, and doing a little repair this morning. You know, when you get broke like I am, you pretty much end up fixing all of your stuff, even things that you would think would probably be a throwaway. And this is a Harbor Freight or eBay or some kind of a cheap blowgun. I don't even know where I got it, but I like it because of this long, extension. I know you can get them that are a lot longer, but it lets you get air into little spots and things, and I like it. Now it's been leaking for quite a while, and I kept trying to tighten this up, and it would still leak. And it was one of those deals where I was always hearing the compressor kick on at night. I was like, why is it kicking on? And it's usually because I've left this hooked up in there. But and then one day I noticed, but you can never really hear it. I mean, you could hear a little bit, but not really that much. But then the other day I noticed you could really hear it. And so it's developed a crack around the back of it here that it looks like it starts right there and goes around there. So I thought we'd see if we could weld this. It's a piece of probably cast aluminum, or it could, who knows what material it is. I'm going to treat it like it's cast aluminum, but let's see if we can get it welded and and see what we can do with it. So I'm going to just do a little grinding on it here and see if we can get it to where we can see what's going on. Okay, I can see the crack better now. I don't know if you can or not. Let me see what you're looking at there. It basically starts right there and goes to right there. I can't tell if it looks like it might continue on around there, but we're gonna weld this with some 4043 filler because that's all I have. I pretty much weld everything with that. I think it's a pretty good universal aluminum filler rod. And see if we can get this to weld up. I mean, theoretically, I should drill a hole at the end of it to keep it from, the crack from running anymore. But because of this angle and all, I'm not going to try to do that. I'm just going to weld over it, see if we can get this to weld. So, anyway, let's grab some filler rod out here. Zoom you out. I've been having a little problem with my Eastwood Welder. The pedal has gotten where it has a short in it, and I bought this upgraded pedal that they sell because the original pedal that came with it was kind of the same way. Well, first of all, it was constantly moving around all over the floor because of the design of it. But it got to where it had a short in it, and I was always having to bump it and move it to get it to start, and this one's just started doing that. So anyway, so let me get set up here, and we'll sharpen the tungsten real quick. Back over here. Actually, we can bring you in close now. So this is my little Eastwood TIG down here. This thing's done a great job, except for the pedal issues. I never really have any problems with it. I just flipped it over on AC since we're going to weld aluminum. Turn the gas on. Turn the welder on. That's the other thing I don't like about it is the pedal and the power switch is on the back. It's kind of annoying, but it works good for me. Kind of funny how I say it works good for me, but yet I've got all these, you know, qualifiers, and it all works good except for this and that and this and that. So now, I mean, normally if you're going to weld aluminum, you would want to clean it off good with something, and you know, all that, but because this is dirty, you know, some kind of cast, I'm not going to bother with it. We're just going to see if we can get it to weld, because it's going to be dirty no matter what. See if I can find a good spot to get it in that'll keep it stable. All right, so now we just put a little pressure on that to keep it from moving, and it's kind of an awkward piece to hold. Leave me a comment, let me know how you guys would hold that, you know, how you would hold it. By the way, I meant to mention these clamps that I got from Clampplus. He sent those to me a while back. I made one video, I've shown them in several videos, but I want to say his name's Ray. I can't remember, but he leaves me a comment every now and then. And I've seen some other guys using these. I know John Saunders uses those style clamps on his channel. But he's got a lot of different clamp styles and offerings and solutions that you know, really work well. And so I'll have a link in the description of the video. Go check out the website. I'm not getting paid. This is not a promotional thing, but he did send them to me. Nice guy. They're made in America. I'd highly recommend checking them out and see if they can be of any value to you for your welding needs, or you know, whatever you have. Just trying to get set up in a good position here. So anyway, guys, this is just a quick, you know, I'm not even barely going to edit this video. I'll, you know, might take out a little bit of camera movement or whatever, but I'm just bringing you along real time in the shop, just a quick little repair, and we'll see how it works out here. One of the things that you'll always see good TIG welders or TIG welders that weld a lot is a lot of different props at different heights to get, you know, get in a good position where you can see what you're doing and, you know, and put a good weld on it. That's a little bit too high right there. Let me grab a different one. So that should put us where we need to be. We can see this to get it welded up. So we're on AC, we got the gas on, and we got our prop here. So we should be good to go. Let me take a little sip of coffee here. Got it a little hot on this backside, and it was kind of keyholing on me and melting through, but it you know, as far as the cleanliness of it, it didn't actually weld too bad. It's a little warm, so we'll let it cool a second, and then we'll connect it up to the air and see if we got it solved. So I'll stop this and bring you back in a second. All right, so we've let it cool off a little bit, and I've not actually tested this yet, so you'll be finding out whether it leaks or not right with me. Hopefully it doesn't blow up in my face. Ooh, right there we got a little leaker. So that's actually where I started the weld at, right there. So let me grind that a little bit. Looks like there's a little inclusion right there, and so let's just fire the welder back up and hit that really quick and see if we can get it to seal. I was overconfident and put my welder leads back up. I don't know how thick this is, but it seems like it's fairly thick. You know, it didn't want to, you know, blow away too bad. I had it on looks like about 100 amps. Half the time I don't even know what amperage I have it on. I just do it by knowing the position, you know, because on this Eastwood Welder, the setting for it for the amperage is on the pedal. Unless you get down there or pick the pedal up, you can't really see where it is. So I'm not in the habit of looking at it. So let me just light back up on this, dab a little filler in there, and see if we can seal that up. That was weird. I don't know what happened there. I hit a funky spot and it just, I don't know if I hit some trash or dirt or what. Let's see if that solved our leak. If not, we'll grind it down some more and hit it some more. So it's still leaking. I can't quite tell where it's coming from. It feels like it's leaking in a couple of spots. So let me grind it here. Gloves on. We can see a little better about where it's leaking at. All right, it's actually leaking out of the fitting. Looks like where it's leaking, and it's like I said, it's always had a little leak around it. So I think that's where it's leaking at. So I think it's back to where it was before. So I think we got it, we'll call it good. And you know, it's got a steel fitting that's in there, and maybe I need to put some Teflon tape on it. So let me do that real quick and see if that'll seal it up. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna quit screwing with this. I gotta get to work. This is not making me any money. So a little Tig Welding crack repair. It's definitely repaired better than it was. And again, I think what's leaking now is is where the fitting comes in there, which I think has been leaking as well. But we had that crack show up, and that's what we took care of with the welding there. All right, guys, just a quick video. See ya.